Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Final Third. This is an FA Cup special. I'm hosting today. It's your boy Lavish. Got Banks. Julie's not here today. Banks, what's up? What's the matter?
Just a bit down, just weather.
Okay.
It's
So
affecting me a little bit.
recent results. London's cleared out Manchester in the FA Cup. So we're having a London final.
Calm little whitewash.
Calmest whitewash. So we saw Arsenal clear out Man City yesterday, and now we've just finished seeing Chelsea beat Manchester United 3-1. Banks, let me put this to you: with Oli beating Lampard 3 times this season, did you feel like it was gonna be 4-0 before you saw the TV?
Nah, I was confident we could beat them, but it wasn't because we beat them 3 times already. It all depended on the team that we put out first of all.
Okay, so what did you feel? So do you feel like the team that Oli put out was wrong, and was that the reason why you guys lost?
We saw in the last round against Norwich, when we made mass changes, we just didn't play the same type of football. It was slow, predictable. Norwich, we found it so hard to break down Norwich. And when I saw Daniel James starting up front, you can't be surprised about the result that happened. But even though
I think that's really harsh to put it all on Daniel James, though.
I'm not putting it all on him. That's even bad of me to do, because De Gea and Maguire, they're gonna have to speak to the Lord. They're gonna have to justify what they did today. They're gonna have to justify it to someone, because De Gea, how long do we have to put up with this for? It doesn't make sense. What has actually happened to you? When did you bang your head that you lost all of these abilities?
This is what I say the importance of contract ball is. I'm not saying he was playing contract ball, but De Gea got that new contract back in 2018. Since then, it's not been the same. It's been like 18 months of calamities. But yeah,
Ronaldo came and bust up this guy's head.
De Gea have to answer.
Ronaldo came and bust up this guy's head because he hasn't been the same since. I wanted to give him time, but from this season, I've been saying he needs to go, because doesn't matter how much he saved us in the past. Now, in the present day, he's costing us more than he's saving us. The same type of shots, near post, at his feet. Just make the save. Don't be flimsy. I'm usually like Kepa, fam. Every single time the ball will touch him, and it's as if he's bloody transparent. Like, the team just goes through him. The team goes through him. Oh, that Mason Mount second goal. First of all, Brandon Williams.
Apparently.
Huh? He hadn't scored in 26 and we let him dunk all over us.
Okay.
Brandon Williams playing left back. Get these right-footed left backs out of my sight. That's the first of all. Brandon Williams never really convinced me, but just the way he played that blind ball into the centre. But De Gea.
Okay, so
non-league keepers saved that. Non-league keepers saved that.
So we understand De Gea's blunders cost you guys with the second goal and even the first goal, because his wrists were pretty weak. Harry Maguire is not criticised by the public. And most people, it will go unseen, his errors. So what do you think he did wrong?
Maguire, it's the same type of performance you've seen from him so many times. Like, this guy is, because of the fact that he's so big and so slow and so hard to turn, you can see what he's doing and you can spin him so easily. That's the problem with him. Like, you see him coming, rushing towards you. He's moving like he's prime Varane or something, fam.
So wait,
will come rushing towards you, a little shoulder drop, and you've gone past him. Here, scoring an own goal, being like running the ball out. I remember one time when he was on the left-hand side, he didn't even know where the ball was. He didn't know Reece James was there attacking. That was all jogging the other way. He's like, oh my God.
So you're casting Harry Maguire because of his physical. He can't change how he's built.
It's not about being physical. It's about being smart, using your damn head, fam. If you know you're not going to get there, you know you're not fast enough to get there, you're not agile enough to step in, don't come rushing out all the time as if you've got the abilities to get there. Sometimes just cool off.
Okay.
It's the same thing. Like, it's a literal -5 out of 10. That's what some of these players deserve. Some of these players do not deserve positive numbers in their rating.
I understand how you can pick players apart individually, but firstly, blame lies on the manager. I believe that was a catastrophic team you set up. the commentator said it was both managers paying respect to each other by picking a three. I believe Ollie was
We're
very
just scared.
coward. It
We're
was a
just
cowardly
scared.
move. It was very cowardly
Scared.
from Ollie. You've got two teams who's like base themselves. Their primary function is to get you on the counter attack. Now, Man United's kind of stemmed away from that in recent results, in that they've had the ball and they've broken down some of these teams. But where you could be blinded by the results, and the teams that they've been bulldozing were very bad. Like, you have Bournemouth and some of these teams that are really not coming to play. So picking them apart wasn't really hard. So you've got two teams that kind of want to get you on the counter. Cool. They both started in three at the back. Now, Man United, as Ollie, is very cowardly to start with this, because your strength so far has been the fact that Bruno and Pogba have been playing and your front three are looking very promising. You rested two of that front three. You've got Rashford.
I'm not mad. To be fair, I'm not mad at him for switching up, because this has been a trend. Like, for the last couple of matches, we've said that the performance has kind of been going downwards, and we've still managed to create chances and get the goals. But you could see in the performance, something like this is coming unless we freshen it up and change up. But
This
at
wasn't
that
the game
point,
to freshen it up.
huh?
This wasn't the game to freshen it up. You don't need three centre-backs to mark Giroud.
You clearly do, because he was dunking all over Maguire, fam.
No, you don't need three.
Maguire,
The fact that he was doing that is because there was nothing. He was dunking on Maguire, and then you've got Matic, Fred, and Bruno, who we can get onto a little bit later. And them three playing in that middle is just gonna give you nothing. It's gonna give you nothing.
nothing.
It's gonna give you nothing going forward.
Matic tired us performance. He's gone back. He went back to taking too many touches, doing unnecessary turns, losing the ball in front of the defense.
Matic is just Matic. Would you?
As long as he plays one game a week, he can still be useful. But if the club can't see that we need new midfield players this summer, then we're going nowhere really, really fast. That's the problem. We're going nowhere really, really fast. If these lot can't see that when we take off our front five and our best players, once that happens, this drop in quality is just catastrophic. I understand we needed to focus on securing top four, so we had to make those changes. But if the club can't see that when we made those changes, the guys coming in, the Daniel Jameses, the Brandon Williams, the Freds, when they come in, the quality does drop.
Let's focus on Chelsea now. Yeah. So how did Chelsea beat you, or why did they beat you? Because I'm seeing on commentary Phil Neville say stuff like certain players are fantastic: Kovacic, Mason Mount, Rudiger. I'm hearing Mason Mount out of the youngsters in the Prem. Mason Mount's the best, he said, compared to Grealish and Maddison. For me, anyway. I feel like Chelsea were very good on the press and on the front foot. They came out with more intent than you guys, but I feel like it could be nullified, because if I remember the matches where you beat them 4-0, that's how they started that match at the start of the season. Chelsea were on the front foot twice before when you met them, but they just didn't take their chances. And then you guys got goals against the run of play. So this time they took their chances, or you guys didn't have any chances. So that's the difference for me.
I would say, even though I've been cussing United and saying we were crap, Chelsea fully did deserve this win. They did come out. They came out, pressed us, didn't give us no time to do anything we wanted. Mason Mount stepping on our midfielders, and Giroud as well. Literally, you never see Giroud run like that, but today he was on it, part of the press. Up front, you talk about Giroud's hold-up play. Literally, you saw Giroud and Maguire always in a wrestling match, and Giroud was winning that wrestling match.
Yeah,
all of the players in. You can't. Yes, it was definitely a well tactically planned match from Lampard. All of the players performed their roles, and as soon as that second goal went in, you knew there was no coming back. You need to give yourself a chance.
I understand what you said. I don't believe when they said both managers gave each other respect by picking them lineups. I don't believe Lampard gave Ollie respect. I believe Ollie gave Lampard respect by picking his lineup. But Lampard picked a lineup to his strength, because you lot playing three at the back, that is not your strength. It wouldn't be. I don't believe that is your strength. Unlucky to Baye as well, because the injury looked a bit catastrophic.
Wow, colliding our best defender. That's the love.
Let's go on to the first FA Cup game. So we had Arsenal beat Manchester City 2-0, which was against the run of playing against the bookies. So we beat the favourites, Man City. And Banks, what did you, as a neutral, what did you take from that game?
Pep Guardiola left Wembley without his Richard Mille, fam. That's what I took from it. Man tried to bust the watch out. Man left Wembley without the Richard Mille. Man left it. Man left it. Arteta all walked on his block, said, "Hey, yo, come off that watch. Come off it." And he did. Big up Arteta, because that's a bullying. Pep's gonna know not to come around that side anymore.
But you don't think the previous 3-0s, they don't matter.
FA Cup is a semi-final. It's a one-off game. It's never really about form in a semi-final. It's about who's gonna come out the best in that particular moment. Who's got the right plan in that moment. Form kind of stays in the back seat.
For me, Arteta got it spot on in terms of City's gonna have the ball. Don't compete with them and having the ball. And this is what in previous seasons, only a few matches have we got this right. Been very dangerous on the ball. I've seen them try to execute something like this before with having Mustafi and Luiz hit long balls, but more often than not it fails. But yesterday it worked very well, especially Tierney with that final assist for Aubameyang, very clean pass. And another occasion when Aubameyang had a one-on-one that he missed was Luiz playing a direct pass. But Arteta got a spot on in terms of the defense, the wing backs.
Mahrez got locked up.
The defense and the wing backs.
Azkaban.
The centre mids did what the centre mids had to do, but the defense and the wing backs, yeah, he got that spot on because Jesus padlocked, Sterling padlocked, Mahrez padlocked. I'm seeing it all across the pitch, and you just got KDB spamming crosses. So he really must have congested the middle. And when he tried to drift to that right side, it wasn't as dangerous when he was spamming in crosses. So you're thinking, so we've really nullified City's attack.
Literally, De Bruyne was out there just throwing crosses into the box, not really doing anything different. And when you've got Luiz in that sort of form where everything is just attracted to, like I was seeing everything coming into the box was attracted to his head. He had his own gravitational pull, was getting rid of everything.
Yeah.
Big up Luiz for that performance, because when he does play crap, we point it out. So when he has that sort of performance,
he's the best also point it out. By far. And then Martinez again with a clutch, world-class save. He's been so strong. Leno's in trouble if he carries on this form when he comes back, because Leno has no right to get back in that goal. Because Martinez, the stability and the assurance he gives fans, what he gives me watching it is a bit like when he comes to get the ball, he's coming to get the ball. So
he's very good at claiming crosses to be.
Yeah, so Arsenal.
Big up Lacazette's performance as well, because he definitely stopped City being able to play through that centre by stepping on Gundogan. Really energetic press as well, on him. So that was another focal point for Arteta's game plan, not allowing Gundogan time on the ball to really dictate City's possession.
Yeah, true. You're right still. And Pep, are you maybe going into, they're just playing like this because we're getting to the end of the season, but is Pep really going to persist with playing Gundogan on the whole ahead of Rodri, or are they going to try to get a DM? Because for me, I've always said, you guys know on this platform, I think Gundogan's, I wouldn't say he's average, but he goes to another team and he doesn't look outstanding. Do you get? He's competent. That's what I believe. So playing Gundogan there is a bit disrespectful. If Rodri was in that position, who's a lot faster and gets the ball gone in one touch, maybe it would have had a difference. But credit to Lacazette pressing from behind. Credit to just Arteta.
Aubameyang, you have to big up Aubameyang. We've literally a couple of weeks ago talked about his performances in some of these big games. Again, this was, as you said before, like the difference would usually be his goals, and that was the case here. Literally got his chances, buried them, did what Bagsman needs to do. He wasn't in the game for a lot of it. So when he got his chances, obviously he bottled the first one, which was an easier chance.
The harder one.
Which was an easier chance than the last one, but. When he got the second chance, put it away.
Okay, and Pepe as well. I'll give you a little shout out because you're frustrating to watch, but a little shout out to you, Pepe. Good for well done.
Did his thing small. Small.
As an Arsenal fan, obviously my friends asking, why are you getting happy? Why are you being downbeat on, because we beat Liverpool and City in the same week? I'm saying let's kick on from this. Let's not these small victories. Let's not over exaggerate these small victories because this history has shown us. History has shown us that this means nothing. If I'm being honest. So if we can kick on and Arteta can take us to where we've not seen as fans in terms of like using this as a stepping stone to be better, then you can get reaction out of me. But let's win the final first. Use this to kick on into next season, and then we can say this is not going to be our worst season as an Arsenal fan. Do you have anything to say on the match?
To be fair, I agree. I hear what you're saying with that because you have beat big teams before, and although not in this fashion, like it's rare that you outplay them in this way.
Last time I played a big team was when Santi Cazorla and went to City, 2000.
That's it. Yeah.
14, 15.
So you rarely really tactically outsmart teams in this sort of big teams in this sort of manner. So taking it to the next step, translating that to the Premier League next season. Hopefully, we'll see if Arteta gets his funds. But that is the next step. Taking the club, using this momentum to take the club to a higher level again.
Yeah. Right. So shock news today, though. You lot broke it to me. Normally, I break the news. Yeah. You lot broke it to me. Nah. Listen, I've got my sources were busy today. You get was prepping for the FA Cup.
I hear you.
So, Nigel Pearson gets sacked with Watford 3 points clear from relegation zone. 2 matches to go. They've got 34 points. West Ham's above them with 37. You've got Bournemouth and Villa on 31 each. They've got 2 games. I think Bournemouth's got 1 game. Villa's got 2 games. Now, most probably, because Villa, and they've got a better goal difference than the 2 beneath them. So them 2 kind of need to win back-to-back and with a big goal difference to stay above. But why would you get rid of your manager with 2 games to go?
It's interesting. Like, there's literally no real justification for it. But again, we're talking about Watford. Like, Watford don't really play by traditional rules.
No.
You can't expect them to, 2 games left. Why don't you just let the manager? Like, these lot have been getting rid of managers like every 3 months or every 6 months. Like,
a successful manager at Watford lasted a year.
Literally, if you last a year there and don't get relegated, then you've done your job. They'll probably sack you. You're probably gone, but like,
you're gone, but you've done good.
You've done your job. You've done your job. So why Pearson got sacked? Wait, I hope that will come out later on because it's a really weird time. Huh?
There's only one reason he got sacked, and clearly
what's the reason?
It was an argument. That's it. That's
they're volatile like that.
No, I think it was just an argument. I think it was a dick swinging moment. It was an argument probably between the owner and the manager. And he says, well, I'll walk or something like that. And he goes, walk then. That could be the only reason. This doesn't make any sense. Sack him in a week's time. Sack him in 2 weeks' time. It makes more sense. But you get, because it's just like you're sacking him now. And even though you're most probably going to stay up, it seems like you don't care if you go down. Like, I'm sacking him by any means. So it will seem very prideful. Do you get? What, you didn't book out the room? You didn't book out the room?
Huh?
You didn't book out the room?
First of all, chill. Sometimes you get uninvited visitors. That's the nature of the business. When people want to talk to you, you get like people come up to you. It's nothing you can really do about it, you get. But back onto Pearson, it's a weird one. As you said, that is plausible, like, because as you said, as we know, the Watford ownership is like very volatile. They like on a whim they could get you out, but info on that has to come out pretty soon because this is just a weird situation to be in when you're fighting relegation. 2 games.
Where are you going? Where did you go? Oh, okay.
You're fighting relegation, 2 games to go. It's a very weird time to make such a drastic change. But to be fair, Pearson is a weird guy as well, man.
Nah, I'm not using. I don't want anyone to lose their job in that manner. That is awful. That is. Where are you going?
So, Shem, I'm here. Don't be scared, fam. I'm here, Shem.
All right, cool. Just quickly, I wanted to. Have you got time? Okay. Just quickly sum up who your PFA is and honourable mentions from you. Thanks, quickly.
Marcus Rashford. How many of these players
Oh,
have fed
it's
2
been a
million kids?
fantastic
How many of these
episode.
people? How many of these people have fed 2 million kids? How many of these people are doctorates? How many of these players are doctors?
I
Refer
think
to
the
that guy
PFA is judged. I
properly.
think the PFA is judged by what you do
No, no,
on
no.
the pitch.
Nah, you sure? I, I don't agree with that. I think like it's a whole. You have to take everything into consideration. How
Humanitarian.
many of them are? How many of them are fed kids? How many of them put food in them kids' mouths? How many? Is that what Henderson was doing?